I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be sex and success. Try to say that 10 times really fast. It'll be really fucking hard. Well, I got an email here from a guy who's doing pretty well with my stuff. He's a great contrast to the video that I just finished called Never Get Attached When Learning. And the Never Get Attached When Learning, I was talking about the importance of not getting hung up or stuck on one particular woman when you're starting to use pickup and dating skills that I talk about in my book and in my articles. Because when you do, you'll start screwing up, and this one particular client did. He had a girl that was chasing him, and then all of a sudden she went totally cold on him when he made a couple of fuck-ups, and so she went from calling him and blowing up his phone to he hasn't heard from her in 2 weeks. Well, this particular guy that this video is about, he was in a similar situation, and he brings up just a lot of little great things in here, little subtle nuances to texting and being a challenge and attracting a woman in. And so it's a good contrast because you see one guy who's basically flaming out, and then you got another who's succeeding and getting laid. It's a delicate balance. It's an art, and that's why it's so important to date lots of different women. Because if you're calling lots of women, if you're making dates with lots of different women, you're actually going out on dates with lots of different women, some women are going to cancel on you, some women are going to really want to see you, some women are going to be blowing up your phone, some of them are going to seem kind of lukewarm and disinterested. And after you do this enough, you start to develop your skills, then you kind of learn the fine art and can fine-tune your approach, so you're getting laid most of the time when you go out on dates. But if you're only interacting with one girl, and then because you're so busy, and then you meet this girl and you think everything is great with her, but then you become fixated on her instead of meeting other women and just interacting with other women. As soon as you make a mistake with her, you realize you make a mistake, and then you're all the time thinking about her and thinking what you can do to solve things. And so he says, "Hey Corey, thanks for another great video." He says, "I messed up by saying that I liked her a lot." This particular guy, this girl was just gushing for him because she obviously has really super high interest in him. And so he responded by telling her how much he was into her. And it's a scientific fact, and I've linked to this article a number of times, that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And so when you go and you reveal stuff like that without her asking you or having to dig it out of you or be curious about it, you make it easy for her. There's nothing that's a challenge. And remember, women are like cats, and so they want to wonder where they stand with you. They've got to have something to be curious about. But if you tell them all of your secrets and all of your feelings right up front, there's nothing to discover. It's kind of boring. It's anti-challenge because that's what most guys do. You want to be the guy that she's talking to her girlfriends and going, I can't figure him out. I don't know where I stand. He says, since then, she's really been trying heavy to contact me, but I've slowed down again. He's talking about in his responses, because what he was doing before is she would text him in the middle of the day. He'd be at work, and he's already got a definite date set up with her. And he would stop what he's doing to text her. And so the danger of that was he was realizing is over time, she started actually texting him less and less. And so what I told him to do was to not respond to her right away, but maybe take several hours, especially if you're at work during the day. Then you don't respond to her until 6 or 7 that night, and then when you do, you're basically running out the door, just saying, "Hey, I got your message. It's great to hear from you. I'm late for a meeting with a bunch of friends. I'll see you Saturday, or I'll see you Wednesday," whenever it happens to be. And he says, since then she's still really trying heavily to contact me, but I've slowed down again, and I'm trying to stay off Facebook, because I think he said he had chatted with her for like 45 minutes one time on Facebook. He said, "It always seems better when I've not," this is key, let me repeat this. He says, "It always seems better when I've not spoken to her for longer because she always seems in such a flirty, upbeat mood, so I'm going to stick to that." So in other words, what he's realizing is exactly what I say will happen, is that the less you talk to women, the harder they have to work to figure out what you're doing or what you're up to, the more they're going to like you. And here's more confirmation from another random dude from the internet that's applying it, and he's seeing that in his own life. He says, "Our date on Saturday went really well. We spoke loads, and she was very touchy and flirty. I used a point system on her, which had worked wonders. And the point system is basically, you can call it like cool points or brownie points, whatever you want. And it's when a chick does something that you like, you're like, hey, you get 1 brownie point for that. Or if she shows up late to your date, you're like, yeah, you just lost a point for that. And so, in a way, you're teasing her and playing with her. And so when she does things right, she gets cool points or brownie points. Or when she does things wrong, in other words, you're basically communicating to her that you're lowering my interest level in you when you did this or you did that. And so she becomes cognizant. And even though it's fun and it's a playful little game, then she starts thinking and focusing on what she's doing and what she's saying, trying to be on her best behavior because she wants to win you, because you're a challenge. Why? Because no man has ever said anything like that to her on a date before. What a novel idea. He says she was about 5 minutes late in the date, and she kept texting saying, I'm so sorry, I'll be there in a bit, my bus is really late. I didn't respond and just waited for her. Soon as she arrived, I just said, hey, -1 point. Nice opener. She laughed and said, what do you mean? See, women laugh at you when they like you. They, she was like, what the hell was that? She wasn't a bitch. She wasn't nasty. You're being playful with her. Love is playful and fun, right? And so you're teasing her, and she laughed, and what do you mean? Because women help you when they like you. And even if she didn't even understand what you were talking about, she made it sound funny to her. She made it seem like she thought it was funny because she wants you to think that she likes you. She's trying to be on her best behavior for it. Those are all good signs. It's a sign of high interest. I said you were late, so that's -1 point for you. Not the best start. That's awesome. Good job, man. Soon as I did this, she was immediately trying to make up for it. After the date, we went back to my place, and I got what I wanted. Hooray. Good for you. Then she said after the sex, so did I do enough to get that 1 point back? I mean, even after the sex, she's trying. That's awesome. It's a game. It's beautiful. Love is playful and fun. He said, and I said, I'll give you half a point, but if we go again, maybe I'll give you the full point. Basically, this worked, and I got me some seconds. So, sex twice in one night. Good fucking job, stud. Lovely. He says, so thanks, Corey, for all the help, dude, and your book arrived as well, so thumbs up so I can continue wowing this girl, I hope. Cheers. Well, you had an awesome time with her. The one thing I would say that you should do, as it's awesome, you're having a great time with her, and you knocked it out of the park, you fucked each other's brains out, and you had a great time, but what else you got going on in your life? You want to be constantly meeting other women, because guys who are busy and who are successful, they meet women wherever they go, and this is the mentality. Women see you as a catch, and so they're trying to be on their best behavior because they want to win you. And so when you do things right, women chase you more, they blow up your phone more, and like I say all the time, less really is more when it comes to women. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, or your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to any page on my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you don't have a copy of my book and you want to get my Kindle ebook, go to my website, and in the box directly underneath the email sign-up box for the newsletter, there is a link to my page on Amazon Kindle. Make sure you download the free Amazon Kindle e-reader app, and in that way you can read the Kindle version of my book on all of your electronic devices, and it will always save whatever page you left off last. So if you read a little bit on your iPad, and in the afternoon you go to your office, it'll be on your computer on the same page you left off on your iPad. And it's a great little thing. Like I said, go to my website, click the link, and it'll be in your smartphone in under 60 seconds. And I will talk to you soon.